Salam and hello everyone. I am Khadija and welcome back to the Balanced Deen channel. In today's video, I would like to talk about 10 of the biggest health mistakes we tend to make during Ramadan and the best ways to avoid them. Number 1. Skipping Sohor, also known as the pre-sunrise meal. Anas ibn Malik, may Allah be pleased with him, said, the Prophet ﷺ said, "Eat Sohor, for in Sohor there is blessing." Sohor is the early morning or pre-sunrise meal, as I mentioned, and it is consumed right before the day's fast begins. After the time for Sohor has passed, we are not allowed to drink water, eat food, chew gum, or consume any medications or supplements until sunset. Sohor is important because it should provide us with the necessary fuel to get us through the day. Ideally, you want to eat to keep your blood sugar at a stable level, and also you want to keep your energy levels up as much as possible throughout the day. Your Sohor meal should contain a balance of protein, complex carbs, healthy fats, and fruits and vegetables. You should also try to consume hydrating foods, including milk, yogurt, oatmeal protein pancakes, or even chia seeds, or a protein smoothie. All of these help you keep hydrated and also help prevent dry mouth. Number 2, eating too much at Iftar and in a short period of time. Binge eating is actually a serious eating disorder, and binge eating is commonly seen in many Muslims during the blessed month of Ramadan. After fasting 11 or more hours a day, we are thirsty, we are hungry, and we simply want to eat. The mistake we often make is that we don't pace our consumption of food and end up eating too much all at once. We then suffer from gas and bloat and indigestion or heartburn. And as a result, we become a little bit lethargic and may have some difficulty praying Taraweeh prayer, reading Quran, or performing other acts of worship. A few things we can do to minimize the possibility of binge eating after we break our fast is to be mindful of what we are eating and to pace ourselves. Additionally, organizing our meals for the week and meal prepping may also help us. Some of us tend to spend a lot of time worrying and fussing around iftar meals. It is just something that we do. However, on a more serious note, plan what you, your children, your family will eat as much as possible so that you are not reaching for snacks and treats in order to just eat to get over the initial fasting pangs you may be experiencing. Number 3, forgetting to take medication or supplements. Some of you may be taking a multivitamin, omega-3 oils, skin, hair, and nail vitamins, a prebiotic, a probiotic, or a medication for an illness. It is important to take your medication or your supplement even during the month of Ramadan. Some of us may be struggling to get in enough nutrients, and forgetting to take your supplement is common, especially if you are changing up your regular routine regarding the time of day in which you take your supplements. So depending on the type of supplement, it may now be beneficial or may now be more beneficial to take it with your iftar or your Sohor meal, or even right before bedtime. Set an alarm so that you do not miss out on your supplements or your medication. Number 4 is skipping exercise. This is common for many of us who have already established or have an ironclad fitness routine. And it's common because we lack energy or we lack time during the month of Ramadan. Now, certified health coaches and fitness instructors familiar with the fasting during the month of Ramadan may have varying recommendations, but some of the top ones include keeping up with your exercise routine even if it is less than the maximum amount of output you are used to. Recommendations also include finding time to exercise before Sohor, before Iftar, or at night before bedtime. Keeping up with exercise keeps the body healthy and for some prevents weight gain and muscle loss. Number 5, not walking. During Ramadan, many of us make the mistake in thinking that since we are not consuming any food for most of the day, our caloric intake will be down, and as a result, we are not at risk for gaining weight or becoming unhealthy. Yet, this is not entirely true. At a minimum, we should be walking daily, and research shows that the recommended number of steps we should be taking during the day is anywhere between 7 to 10,000 for health benefits. Similarly to exercise, walking has cardiovascular benefits and is good for bone health and the maintenance of muscle. Experts agree that it is best to walk before iftar, making sure to stay out of the sun as much as possible to avoid dehydration. Number 6, eating too many meals high in simple carbs and fat. The key importance with eating simple carbs and fat is to be considerate and mindful and to eat with the idea of keeping a balance. Fasting during Ramadan doesn't give us the excuse to eat poorly. Now, we may indulge and treat ourselves to our favorite snack or appetizer or meal, but doing this daily can have poor health effects. So instead of eating burgers every night for iftar, consider scaling this down to once or twice a week at iftar, and find high protein and high fiber meals for the rest of the week. And this leads us into number 7, not getting enough protein, complex carbs, or fiber. When we fast during Ramadan, it is important to allow our guts to adjust. For some, the lack of fiber and complex carbs can lead to constipation, among other things. And the lack of protein can also lead to the loss of muscle. Consider eating more baked or grilled chicken, salmon, legumes, whole grains such as quinoa, and of course vegetables, including your greens such as spinach, collard greens, kale, and other veggies like broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and peppers. Don't forget high fiber fruits such as apples, berries, and avocados. Number 8, drinking too much of the wrong thing. For example, too many fruit juices and sodas can have negative effects due to the high amounts of sugar contained in these beverages. Sometimes we reach for what's available to quench our thirst or to satisfy our palate after a full day of fasting. The American Heart Association has also stated that an added sugar limit of no more than 100 calories per day, about 6 teaspoons or 24 grams of sugar for most women, and no more than 150 calories per day, about 9 teaspoons or 36 grams of sugar for most men should be consumed. However, a 12-ounce can of Coke contains 39 grams of sugar. Remember, it is wise to break our fast with water in an odd number of days. And in the same tone, if craving something with sugar or with a sweet taste, consider drinking a flavored sparkling water, and again, plan to have fruit handy to satisfy this craving. And on the topic of beverages, I also want to note that consuming caffeine right up until the start of Ramadan can have negative effects. Clinically, this can look like headaches and migraines. The reason it is best to eliminate caffeine is to get your body adjusted to not having caffeine in the body during the day. At number 9, becoming dehydrated. So to combat dehydration, replenish with water at least 1 to 2 liters in between iftar and Sohor, and consume more fruits and vegetables that have a higher water content such as watermelon, cantaloupe, berries, cucumber, pineapple, and celery. If you are diabetic and have been cleared to fast and are managing your fast well, watermelon, cucumber, and celery are all great hydrating fruits and vegetables that you may want to eat more. Additionally, you may choose to drink more milk and sip more soups at this time. The goal with staying hydrated as possible is to prevent constipation, dry mouth, brain fogginess, headaches, and dizziness. And coming in at number 10 and rounding out our list of the top health mistakes made during Ramadan is not getting enough sleep. Even if we put down our phones and cut back on social media, we may still not be getting adequate amounts of sleep. If you have prayed Tarawih in the mosque, don't linger once you are done. Go home and get some sleep if you don't have to resume a night shift of some sort. Similarly, if you are done catching up with reading of your Quran for the day, do yourself a favor and go to sleep. Research shows that getting adequate amounts of sleep is necessary for physical and mental well-being with regards to keeping oxidative stress and inflammation to a minimum. In the same breath, getting enough sleep can help you wake up for tahajjud and also to make sure that you eat your suhoor for the day. Inshallah, this information has been beneficial for you and you are able to receive the rewards of fasting during this blessed month of Ramadan. Please be sure to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Thank you for watching.